Hey team, today for your reading, you are going to work on a new ending for words. Our ending that we are focusing on today is ED. ED is the ending we put at the end of the word to say that something already happened. So today I jog, but yesterday I jogged. ED has 3 different sounds, and it's so important that we read these correctly so that we can understand the word and you can make sure you understand when ED says each different sound. So to find out what sound ED says, we are going to look at the last letter of the word because ED has 3 different sounds and it changes depending on what word you're using. So the first sound that ED can say is t. ED says t after a sound that is voiceless. So a sound that is voiceless sounds like one that you whisper, and you figure that out by putting your hand right here. When you say a sound, it is voiceless if you can't feel your throat make any noise. If it doesn't vibrate, then that means it's voiceless. It sounds like you're whispering all the time. So let's try this word. Now I'm going to focus just on that k sound. Is that voiceless? Let me see. K, k, k. It sounds like I'm whispering, so that is voiceless. So the ED is going to say t. So p-I-k-t, picked. Then we have this word right here, which is j. I'm going to cover the ending and just focus on the word first. Jump. Now remember, it's that last sound in that word that I am focusing on. That sounds like I'm whispering too, so it is voiceless. So this word is jumped. Last one. I'm going to look at this whole word and cover that ending. Lick. And I'm focused just on that end sound, and I hear k. And I know from looking at the word picked, that k is voiceless. So this must mean that if this was picked, this is licked. So the first sound that ED can make is t. Then, in other words, ED can say d, like this word right here. So I'm going to cover my ending, just like I was practicing, and look at that last sound. A. Oh, I can hear that A, and I can feel that it makes my fingers move a little bit when I put my hand on my throat. So that must be voiced. So A, and now ED is going to say D. So I'm going to put that together. Played. Next word. Remember, I'm going to cover that ending. Oh, but this one's a little bit tricky because it has a magic E. So I'm just going to cover the D. Care. Care. If I put my hand on my throat, I can feel that noise makes my fingers move. So it must be voiced. Care. So I'm going to add D. I'm going to add D. Cared. Last one. That's a magic E again, so I'm just going to cover the D. I feel that last sound is V. If you try it and say V and put your fingers on your throat, you can feel that it makes your fingers move a little bit. So saved. Saved. So ED can also say D. And then our final sound that ED can say is ed. Now, ed is special because ed comes after only 2 letters, T and D. So if you see a T or a D before the ending ED, you know it's going to say ed. Let's try this word. Plant. I see a T, so I know I'm going to say ed at the end of that word. Plant, ed. Planted. Same thing right here. I'm going to say end. That D right there tells me I'm going to say ed at the end, so ended. And then finally, melt. That T tells me to say ED, so the word is melted. So scholars, today when you are working by yourself, you are going to figure out what sound ED makes in a word. And so to do that, you have to look at the sound, at the letter that comes right before ED. So Miss Burtis is going to try a few examples to figure out what sound it's saying. Let's look at this word first. I'm going to cover the ending and just focus on that sound that comes right before ED. Help. Help. Now the last sound in help is P. So if I go like this and feel my throat when I say P, 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 it sounds like I'm whispering. So that must mean it's voiceless. And if it's voiceless, it says T. Helped. Helped. Does that sound right? Yeah, that sounds like how I would say it. So helped must say. Now scholars, I want to show you another way to figure out what sound ED is saying, because maybe you're stuck and you think it's voiceless or you think it's voiced, but you're not super sure. Here's another way to check. First, I'm just going to cover the ending of the word, so I can just focus on the root word. Start. And then I'm just going to think in my brain, okay, today I start, yesterday I started. That sounds right to me. That sounds like how I would say it out loud. So I know it must say ed at the end. And then I can check by saying, oh, there's a T right before ED, so this must say ed. And now I know I'm right. Last one, I'm going to cover that ending. Oh. So there are two ways I can figure this out. I can focus on that last sound and say oh, and I feel my fingers move, so that sounds like it's voiced. But let me double check. Today I fill, yesterday I filled. Yeah, that says D, just like I thought it would when I looked at that last letter. So scholars, today when you are focusing on what sound that ED ending is making, you have two strategies. You can focus on the last letter that comes before ED, or you can cover the ending and say it out loud yourself and then ask, does that sound right? And those are two ways you can use to figure out what sound it's making. Get started on that independent work and I will see you soon.